Hi guys, this is Ryan from KidsHabitWiFi.com, and today we're going to go through the SmatTab Junior 2. This is sold through Meyer, is the only place I've really seen it. Had a lot of people request it, so I went and bought one and had them ship it to me. Some of the things you're going to get included is the quick start guide, your USB cable, and your wall charger. And I did want to mention that this is not the one through Big Lots, which is the SmatTab Junior 1. Now on the Meyer website it does say Pro, but it's actually model number 2, so I don't know if that's a misprint or what that is, but this is the SmatTab Junior Pro. I ordered it and it came out of the box and it says SmatTab Junior 2, which you can see up here in the top. So they are definitely different models. The first one comes in 4 colors. This one comes in 2 right now. I believe you can get like a green and a pink. So those will be your options. Alright, so let's talk about some of the specs on this tablet. It is a 7-inch 1024 by 600. And as you can see, it's real easy again to put movies on this one. I use the MP4 format. So you can see I've got Madagascar on here. It does come with a dual-core processor. It doesn't say exactly how fast. I'm guessing it's somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5. It does seem to load the apps fine. I mean, it's not fast, it's not slow. It has 4.2 Android system, so it's running one of the newer OSs. You shouldn't have problems with a bunch of updates and stuff like that. The internal memory is 8 gigabytes, and on the bottom you can see there's a slot for mini SD card, and that will expand up to 32 gigabytes. You also have 2 cameras in the top middle, and the other one's in the back right next to it. You can see you have 2 cameras. One's a 0.3 megapixel, and that's going to be your front camera. You do have Skype through like Amazon. You can get the Amazon App Store, so you'll be able to do that. The picture quality is not going to be great, but it is possible. You also have Wi-Fi. This is one of the issues that I ran into with this tablet, is it seems to lose connection, and I don't know exactly why that is yet, but even when it's connected it'll lose. I've had it when I was downloading apps, it would stop downloading and say connect your Wi-Fi, and then it would automatically reconnect itself. So you may have some issues with that. You also have a rechargeable battery in there, and up top is where you're going to recharge it. It's right there in that small little hole. It's the same port basically that they use for the Navi, and that seems to break off. A lot of people had issues with the Navi 2s, but the good thing is you have a mini USB, and it will charge through that. I did charge it through that just to verify that if it broke you would have a backup resource, so you will. Then you have a headphone port and a power button. This power button does seem to stick a little bit, so hopefully it doesn't fall off. I guess it's kind of going to depend on how rough your kids are on it. And then you also have your volume buttons over here. Up front you have your home button down in the bottom middle, and you also have 2 speakers on the side. As far as quality of the screen goes, it actually looks really good for $80. I mean, I was impressed, and I know some people got it for $70, and some of you are getting it for $90, but pretty decent quality for the price. Other than that, we'll get into some of the content and talk about some of the education or lack thereof. Alright, we're going to start out with some of the parental controls on the content. You do have Wi-Fi settings and volume and brightness settings that will determine if you're connected to Wi-Fi, you're going to burn up the battery a lot quicker. Also, how bright the screen is will determine how fast that you run out of power. I have safe mode turned off, so all the apps are available that are on here. You do have some parental controls. So you can go to your settings through your parental controls, and that power button just seems to stick and sometimes turn off on its own. Right there in your parental controls, this is where you're going to find your Amazon App Store and stuff. Like I said, the Wi-Fi keeps going in and out, so I'm not going to be able to display some of that. but you do have the option to that as long as it connects. You also have a web browser. They've got a bunch of preloaded URLs that are approved. So sports stuff, kids stuff, Crayola, PBS, Cartoon Network, stuff like that. So you have a bunch of pre-approved websites. Nick Jr.'s on there, so you can watch some videos on Nick Jr. Some of the learning games that you'll have, there wasn't very many on here. They have Memory Match, Connect the Dots, and basically like a puzzle. It's a shape builder game. Books, this is one of the biggest portions of this. You have your Marvel books. There's, I believe, 3 Marvel books. You have like 5 or 6 Disney read and play books, and those are like interactive books that you get to play games at the end, or you can choose to skip the book and go straight into the games. You also have Disney's digital books, which is, I love those, especially if your child hasn't learned to read yet. It'll read the books to them. I believe there's about 15 or 20 of those on there. And then you can also go to Nook by Barnes & Noble, and you can find tons of books through them. Over here you have your app shop and your free play. The free play games are like basically from my time, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System up through like Game Boy and DS and stuff like that. So they have some little games like that. Definitely fun for little kids. And we have a few options around the bottom I want to talk about. They have a little music button, and you can go and they've got a place to play your music. They also have some preloaded music and videos. You have a drawing or art app. You have a camera app, and the camera app also lets you like put funny faces on them. And so this is definitely a little kid's tablet. They're going to have a lot of fun with this. I wouldn't really count on the longevity of this, but definitely for the price, you should get a couple years out of it. And I mean, it's pretty decent. So that's pretty much it on this tablet. If you're not in safe mode, you can see all your apps. You can see I have the Amazon App Store. If the Wi-Fi was working, I can go in and install Netflix. I can install Skype. You also get the Talking Ginger. You can see all the apps here. And so you can see there's plenty of content on this. And that's one of the best things about this. It's not necessarily educational, but there's a lot of cool books on it. And the Disney content's really good. They also put this content on the Curio 7S, the Polaroid 2. So you're going to see this content on several that Disney has sold it to. So I appreciate you watching this video, and give me a thumbs up, and stay tuned for more kids' tablets. Thanks.